In here we have 1 cup of kosher salt, a half a cup of brown sugar, about 10 juniper berries, 10 cloves, 10 peppercorns, 1 onion quartered, 1 celery stalk, just broken up, 1 carrot broken up. Yeah, I know, all I had were baby carrots. 2 quarts of water, and an additional about 2 quarts of ice to cool this down. We want it to cool down to room temperature. Now, this process is going to take 10 days. Yeah, you'll have to forgive me, I'm doing this on my own. Make sure you have a brisket. This recipe will cover about 4 pounds. Also, I almost forgot one of the ingredients in the pot. Saltpeter. I told you that a little while ago. Remind you again. Saltpeter is not hard to find, and that is what is going to give your corned beef that beautiful, beautiful pink color. So, also, make sure you have a container. I'm using just something very simple. Yay! And don't forget, this will take 10 days. We will be taking peeks from time to time. Be right back on In the Kitchen with me, Mikey. See you soon.
Done yet? Oh, almost.
Aha! It's ready!
Yay!
See? I told you it was ready.
Look at that. You did so good.
Thank you.
Yay!
You know what we got to do now?
We gotta fix this thing.
Cook it!
Yes!
Hey guys, and welcome back. It has been a very, very, very long 10 days. We have been waiting for our corned beef.
Yes.
When I started this, of course, my cameraman, he was with family, so he couldn't be here. But Roy's here today. We're going to show you what we've done, or actually recap on what we've done. What goes good with corned beef? Cabbage. I'm going to show you how my mom made cabbage, all when we come back on In the Kitchen with me, Mikey. And who can forget my cameraman, Roy? Say hi, Roy.
Hi, Roy.
Just to recap, guys, in here I have 2 tablespoons of saltpeter, 1 cup of salt, a half a cup of brown sugar, pickling spice, or you can break it down yourself, 2 bay leaves, 12 juniper berries, 4 to 5 peppercorns. I had a brain stop. Juniper berries, which is Roy's favorite. What's another use for juniper berries, Roy?
The reason I don't like them is gin.
He had a bit of a...
Oh, I overindulged. The 80s were too good to me anyway.
So we have all of our spices in here. Also some mustard seed to go with it. I'm probably forgetting something. Clove. Everything that's in pickling spice. I said at the beginning and I can't remember them all. It's been 10 days. Come on, give me a break. What we are going to do is also have some aromatics. We have just some roughly chopped up celery, a whole onion, and some baby carrots. I don't eat a lot of carrots, so I usually get the baby carrots. It is what it is. You don't want to use the juice off of this. I know what's in the bag you normally do because it has been pre-rinsed. I knew I forgot something. 2 cinnamon sticks. I had those sitting there just so I wouldn't forget. So you do want to rinse this off because there's quite a bit of salt in here. I also had my aromatics from the first run, which you will see. Just give it a good rinse under some cool water. There will be discoloration. That is normal. Make sure you get all of your cloves off. Nobody wants to bite into a solid clove. They are very...
Clovey?
That's where it fits. They're a very pungent spice. Normally you would cook this for probably 6 hours. I don't want to wait 6 hours.
We waited 10 days for this.
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and do this in a pressure cooker. New Year's is kind of weird. I grew up in Oklahoma. I am originally from California and lived here also. All three regions, I've noticed, have very, very different traditions for New Year's. Here in West Virginia, it's corned beef and cabbage. In Oklahoma, it was corned beef with black-eyed peas. I'm just not a fan of them. So we're going to get this going. In the pressure cooker, it'll take about an hour, give or take. I am using my Farberware pressure cooker. You can use an Instapot. I am not familiar with it to tell you what the settings would be. This one, I pretty much do everything on 8 because it's a good pressure. It's the bean setting. There is a meat setting on here, but I don't adjust it. So I'm just going to go with the 8 start when we come back. See how this goes. Then I'm going to show you a little bit of... But anyway, we're going to show you how to do some cabbage. Don't turn up your nose too much. When you cook cabbage the way that I'm going to show you, it's going to get rid of a lot of that cabbagey, eggy scent, sulfury scent.
Yeah.
All when we come back. Hey guys, welcome back. Our corned beef is almost done. So what better to go with corned beef than cabbage and cornbread? First, I'm going to show you the cornbread. Have to stop and think. 3/4 of a cup yellow cornmeal. This is just plain cornmeal, nothing mixed with it. 1 1/4 cup flour. 2 teaspoons baking powder. 1 teaspoon baking soda. There is a difference. We're in West Virginia, so we do tend to like sweeter cornbread. Here is 1/4 cup of sugar. 1 large egg, and give or take a cup to a cup and a half of buttermilk or regular milk. Don't use water. Give it a good mix. Once it absorbs, you are going to need just a hair bit more buttermilk. And then I'll show you our secret ingredient up here in these here Appalachia hills. Appalachian. Throw an Appalachia. You get it?
Oh, whatever.
Oh, come on. Somebody laugh.
Okay, you sooner.
There we go. So to this pan, I have low-fat bacon grease.
Low fat. You what they say though.
You can also do this with butter if you're comfortable, or even margarine. We're going all out. This is for New Year's.
I believe fat adds flavor.
Especially bacon grease.
Yeah.
How can you go wrong with bacon
You
grease?
can't wrong it.
Of course, we do use a good old iron skillet. And if you'd like, do not hesitate at all using a Jiffy mix, any kind of a corn mix that you would like. Pop this in a preheated 425 degree oven. 25 minutes later, 30 minutes, you are going to have a wonderful, wonderful cornbread. So here, I have 1 full head of cabbage in a preheated pan, again with a little bit more of our secret ingredient. If our secret ingredient disturbs you or you're vegetarian, by all means, use your favorite butter, oil, whatever you like. Throw in a few pieces. We will be adding about 1/4 cup of water. Cover this and let cook for just a few minutes. When we come back, we'll show it all together. Roy will do his magic. Oh, I'm forgetting something.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys, since you're here, we're going to take a little break. How about you like and subscribe? And if you like what we're doing, don't forget to hit the little bell.
Ding.
We'll be right back.
Okay. If it spits, I want to scream.
We had a little bit of not an accident, but Roy wasn't used to the pressure buildup.
Yeah, and it spit whenever he... Yeah.
I did open it already and checked it before we showed you guys.
Look at that. Oh.
If you'll excuse me, we've been eating peanuts and one went down the wrong way.
I hate when that happens.
Now, you can use almost any cut of meat, as I told you in the beginning. The most common is a brisket. With this, I'll just use part of an English roast. We do have another brisket that we will be doing because Roy and I both like very much Reubens.
Yes.
And there won't be any leftovers with this because Roy likes corned beef hash.
I don't like just meat. I'm a meat eater.
So
Look at that.
I threw in a couple of potatoes to go ahead and make the hash with. You don't want your potatoes fully cooked for that because you will be cooking it a second time. Now, Roy will take you over to the stove, if he will be so kind,
Sure.
and show you our sides for the night. It's been a while since we've done a full meal because we are trying to watch and be cognizant of our time and yours. And trust me, we do appreciate every view that we get.
Oh, yes.
So, Roy,
Yep.
what is, or no, is the proper term. What is your New Year's resolution?
I really didn't give it no thought. I made one last year, but I did not do it at all.
I have, and I'm going to stick to it.
Yeah?
I want to be a non-smoker.
There you go.
I don't even enjoy it anymore. So, got
That was my belly grumbling.
we got to eat now.
Yes.
So the last thing that we have to do is Roy's going to plate this up and make my creation look beautiful. Your corned beef is going to be pink in the middle, completely normal, same as your corned beef that you buy in the store. If you do prefer that spice pack that I showed you, or I'm sorry, the spice pack that comes in your store-bought corned beef, is also just pickling spice. If you want, you can throw in a couple of tablespoons in here. I didn't want to overpower it too much because this is something that's been marinating for 10 days.
10 days we waited.
It's going to be really good. Get you some good mustard and some good rye bread and some bread and butter pickles. Make yourself a great Reuben, sauerkraut. I do thank you guys for stopping in. We both thank you for stopping in. And if you would, since you're here, please go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you do like what we're doing, don't forget to hit the little bell up here. Yep. We'll notify you every time that we release a new project.
Yep.
Speaking of,
Yep.
this is our last video of the year.
Oh.
I'm going to tear up a little bit.
We've come a long way.
What started off as therapy has just become just fun. To everyone that views, Brenda, Jake, Reagan, I can name so many that's on there and left wonderful comments. We have read every one of them.
Yes.
And we do thank you very much.
Wholeheartedly.
I see a few of you guys have left some recipes for us. We are getting around to those. A few things that we have coming. A great Santa Claus provided us with some new license-free sound effects. So
Yes.
we'll be able to play a little bit with that. We have some new editing software. We're going to play with that too. So thank you guys so much for making our first season wonderful. We'll see you again in 2020 on In the Kitchen with me, Mikey, and my old man Roy.
Hey, see you
Thank
next
you guys.
year.
See you next year.